Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our founders meeting, SBC founders meeting. I do hope that we are doing fine. If you are just coming in or tuning in for the very first time, this meeting takes place every Wednesday at exactly 6 p.m. West African time. And here we are, it's time for us to come here and discuss some of the happenings in our community. We are always delighted and feeling very thankful and grateful for being in this community for this number of years. Lots and lots of updates happening right now. Some people came to my office and they were like, oh, they could imagine that there were these kind of updates happening in the community. I was like, man, you need to keep updated. So, guys, that being said, we are here with the admin, of course, admin Scott, who will be giving us some of the updates, some of the exciting information that we are looking forward to hear directly from the source. Greetings to you, admin Scott. How are you doing today?
Greetings, Mbe. I'm doing good. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our founders meeting for August 28th, 2024. It's another lovely Wednesday in the world of SBC.
Right.
All right. So before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our Privy Council members or our Advisory Council members. If you have anything that you would like to say at the end of our meeting today, please raise your hand and please be ready. We're going to go through some updates, basically just some updates of what we talked about last week and where we're currently at with our progress. So without a further ado, let's go on and get to our dashboard. Here we go. All right, so our membership count is 5392. At the starting of the month, it was 5,600. So we are still working on building up the 200 or so members that have fallen by the wayside. And we want to encourage them to come back. Our advisory council has been given contact information for those members who are not in or who are currently inactive that are eligible or have SBC Gold or they have SBFC to kind of shake them and wake them up, because we are going to be doing some amazing things here in the month of September. So let's get into our details. So our membership count is 5,392 and SBC Gold is almost at 5 cents. There's still 3 more days to the month, so hopefully we can push it above 5 cents by the end of the month. It's looking like it's getting pretty close, and just keep in mind, guys, that SBC is never going to be any lower than this. It's going up and up and up, and our plans for how we're going to utilize it within our community is going to make it go up even further. So a week ago, just right after the founders meeting, we started accepting SBC Gold for your SBCBO. And the way to make that payment, there's a blog that was put out that shows you how to do that. I can show you that blog actually, so people can find it. So we're going to go over the reward schedule, but there is a blog for SBC Gold. There is a tutorial that goes through. So you're going to go to pay for your or another's account. It's going to go through the main screen, and then you do pay with USDT or SBC Gold. When you are using the pay with USDT or SBC Gold, that is going to talk to your custodial wallet. If you want to pay with USDT and you want to use an external MetaMask or Trust wallet, you need to pay with USDT only. So we're going to accept both USDT and SBC Gold, but this one right here where it says pay with USDT or SBC Gold comes out of your custodial wallet. And you need to make sure that there's enough BNB in there, a little bit of BNB to take care of the fees. And if you're paying with USDT, you need the right amount of USDT. And if you're paying with SBC Gold, you need the correct amount there. If you have purchased SBC Gold on the swaps and you have it in your MetaMask account, that is perfectly fine. Continue to do so. We don't have the ability to accept SBC Gold from outside to make a payment yet, so we're not quite there yet with that. Our development team is being very, very cautious and careful in how we approach all of that, because it's basically a rewrite of the accepting of the USDT side over here. So if you want to pay with SBC Gold that you purchased externally on the swaps, all you need to do is send it to your custodial wallet, and then you can use it from there. So going on into the configuration, you're going to pay for your account or pay for another. You'll put the email address in there. You can do SBC full or you can do SBC light, and then it'll show you your balance. So this number here is your balance of SBC Gold. That's not how much it's going to cost you of SBC Gold. That's just your balance, so you know you have enough. And then it's going to be automatically deducted. It'll tell you how much it's going to take. Where will it tell you that? Well, it'll tell you as you're checking out. There's a screen up the upper part of the screen right here is where that will tell you. We'll go through it real quick, but just letting you know that there's a blog here. Also going to your account and pay for your account. So we'll just go through it here real quick. So there is a tutorial here. This is the revised version of how to make your subscription fee using SBC Gold. This was done by Augustin, so that has been updated. There's also a payment tutorial for the other side. So you'll go through here, you'll select pay for your account, go to continue, and then it'll tell you how much SBC Gold you're going to require. It now shows you how much BNB it's going to cost for that transaction too. So you can go through that whole entire process, and this will automatically deduct from your account. And then if any bounty is getting paid out from here, that'll go to the sponsor, and that goes to their custodial wallet. So just keep that in mind. Everything bounty was going externally for a day or two. It was meant to go to the custodial wallet where it can be reused again in the payment process. So that's our update on SBC Gold and being able to accept it. We are going to be doing some swaps so that if a member pays in USDT, it will swap for SBC Gold during that payment process and help bump the price. So that is what the developers are currently working on. And they're telling me that could take a day or two or maybe 3 more. It's a little bit complex because we're waiting for the funds to come in, doing the swap, waiting for the swap to occur. So it's a little lengthier process in how it works, but we'll credit along the way as we receive your USDT payment, we'll just accept it as if it's a USDT payment. So that will make your account go active right away. And then the swapping will happen for USDT to SBC Gold for the amount of your the bounty payment, if there's a bounty payment there, and that will then add positive pressure on the coin. So that's the intention there. And like I said, just a couple more days before that's going to be ready. So going back to the dashboard, a couple of things to note. A lot of people don't know what happens when they, if you're if you're a new member, you'll need to log in. And when you log in, just visit this page and then it will create your custodial address. If it doesn't create your custodial address right away, log out and log back. Chart here. We're going to be updating this chart to a 12-hour chart. It's a daily gain, daily transaction history. So that's going to be coming here soon too. I guess that's it for the dashboard. I want to go month coming up. So with our current membership at less than 5,400, there will be no SBC gift on August 11th unless we get to 5,500 by August 31st. And then we have to maintain that by the 11th of the month. So in order for us to receive the SBC gift this month, we need to be at 5,600. So let's wake those sleeping members up, especially those that have SBFC, because they're about to be able to use that. They're going to be able to use it within 3 to 6 months, but they definitely want to get themselves lined up and see how SBFC is going to grow. But in regards to the SBC gold reward, going forward, we're going to go to this part right here. So for all active accounts that are active and have never expired, members are going to receive an SBC gold gift on the 11th of October. So it doesn't look like we're going to make the September 11th, but if we do, then September 11th, there will be the gift. But our goal is to get 5,500 members and hold it through the end of the month to the 11th of the next month. And then that gift will be 20 SBC gold. When the membership hits 6,000, the 11th of the next month, if we maintain 6,000 through the 11th, then you're going to receive 35 SBC gold. So there is a caveat for receiving that SBC gold, and we just have to have the membership to support it. So as of right now, like I said, I don't think that we're going to I don't think we're going to receive the SBC gold gift, but there's still 3 days, and there's still a lot of our members that could come back and take advantage of this reward. Going forward, so we have the August reward for sponsors, and that August reward is $50 USD in SBC gold, and they will receive that on the 2nd of September. And for the month of August, we're giving for every 10 plus referrals, you're going to receive 50 SBC, 50 USDT in SBC gold. For the month of September, we're upping the ante. We need to get more activity and see some more increases here. So it's been suggested by our Privy Council to go to 25 plus referrals, and you'll get the 50 USDT to SBC gold reward. 50 plus will get you 100, 75 plus will get you 150, 100 plus will get you 200, and 125 gets you a max of it's going all the way up, and that gets you to 500. So that's the maximum USDT and SBC gold reward, and that reward is issued on October 2nd. So that's the September sponsors reward. That's separate from the gift. Just keep in mind that we not likely to do the gift this month, but we will hopefully be doing the gift next month. Our other rewards for the month are the same. Membership rewards 1,000. A new member is 1,000 plus. You get a one-time bonus on that. So technically, if you're a new member, you receive 1,000 and then another 1,000. The new member reward for the sponsors receive another 1,000. On-time payment rewards is another 1,000, and returning members have to be returned for 2 months, and then they receive 1,000 for each month that they are active, and they also receive the current month's reward. So a total of for 2 active months, they'll receive 4,000 altogether. I wanted to go over our abandonment policy. This is something that we're going to be talking about specifically with SBC Gold and how it works. The reason for the abandonment policy is because we are paying for the custodial wallets. So this is a burden on the administration, and if you abandon your custodial wallet with funds in it, we're going to reclaim it. So any SBC Gold that you have purchased that is yours, if you're a pre-buyer, if you swapped for it, that is yours, you own it, we're not going to touch that. But any SBC Gold from gifts for inactive accounts, the administration is subject to reclaiming those. We're going to give you a total of 90 days to reclaim your account. And then what ends up happening is we'll put your custodial wallet in cold storage. And then in order to get your funds back, you just need to get active, and we will reactivate a custodial wallet for you. It will likely be a different custodial wallet, and then you'll receive the funds back, and then you can do what you need to do with it. So if you had any SBC Gold that you pre-purchased, it'll go back into that wallet, and any SBFC will go back into that wallet. So that's how our abandonment policy is going to work. This is giving you 90 days notice. We just started putting that up there, so just keep that in mind. We're going to start taking a look at that in the month of November. All right, where else do we need to go over? Okay, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, is I wanted to talk about these statistics. So we went over these statistics last week, and these are pretty shocking. And this is why we need to work on reactivating a lot of our former members. Because just since the creation of SBFC, which was November of last year, and just the creation of SBC Gold since May of this year, there have been a lot of accounts that have gone inactive, and they're holders of SBC Gold, they're holders of SBFC. So according to the data that I wrote when I wrote this blog, there were 3,097 SBC Gold holders, and this is how many custodial wallets have SBC Gold in them. 2,132 of those holders are active. The remaining are inactive. So that leaves 931 holders of SBC Gold that are not active. Some of these members are ones that received the gift at some point, but some of these members actually did some of the pre-buy, or they've done some swapping. So this is real crypto, and you want to get active with it. So you can, if you are inactive, you can log in and use SBC Gold to get your account reactivated, and you can reclaim your SBC Gold button that it was there. Some members just want to leave it there and let it grow, and that's great, because we've grown over 750% since the inception of SBC Gold. So that's it's pretty amazing. Going down to SBFC, which is $30 per coin, and that's how we're going to launch it. There are 5,871 holders of SBFC, and 1,793 of them are active, and 4,078 of SBC or SBFC holders are inactive. And some of those are 1,700 of them are active with the recent USDT payment. So the majority of them aren't, they're not advanced payers or anything like that. They're active current members that have SBFC. There are about 100 active members with 2.0 or less, but that's still $60 US. And there are 1,000 with less than 2.0. So there are at least 3,000 members who want to utilize their SBFC, and they want to get back into the system. So it's very important that we understand what we're going to be doing with SPFC. And I laid that out in our founders meeting last week. Actually, in the Prepare for Launch, this is the other blog that I put out. So it just goes into telling us how we're going to revise SPFC. So in order for us to revise SPFC, it previously was a membership-driven coin where the price of it was set by the membership level. So we're going to throw that out the window. We're going to start with $30 as the price per coin when we do launch it to the pancake swap and other swaps. So we're going to start it with 30, or we're going to get really close. We're going to figure out just exactly the right sweet spot to launch that coin at that price. And then we're going to continue from there as a market-driven coin. So it will initially launch at around 30, maybe higher, maybe lower, but we're going to aim for the $30 mark. And as we know, a market coin is driven by the markets, and the only coin that we can lock in its value is one under centralized control. So there's some pros and cons of centralized control. I'm not going to go into them. Just a reviewing of the plan. Active members who have received SPFC in the past, and the last payment was in USDT or in SBC Gold, will be eligible. Any transactions from admin to the member in SPFC will be tallied, and then on September 15th, a new SPFC will be sent to your custodial wallet. So I know that some of our members have already sent some of their SPFC to their custodial wallets, and they're worried that those coins will be lost or somehow invalidated or something. Don't worry about that. What we're going to do is we're just going to replay the distribution of SPFC. So we're not going to do a buyback. We're not going to do a match. We're not going to do a split. We're just going to do a replay of the distribution of SPFC from day one until the last time that it was distributed. So if you've done peer-to-peer swaps, good for you. You're going to get that back one way or another. So what's going to end up happening is on September 15th, we're going to tally up all the transactions for each user. And if that user is active, we're going to tally those funds up, and then we're going to send the new SPFC and put that in your custodial wallet. We're going to do this on a weekly basis. So every week we're going to go through and find the active members. If they're active, then their SPFC will be sent to their custodial wallet, and we'll keep going with that. Towards the end of September, what we're going to do is we're going to start on September 21st, we're going to start a new funding campaign, and admin is going to put some funds into the SPFC fund pool, and then we're going to start growing that with investor help. So very similar to the pre-buy that we did for SBC Gold, we're going to do for SPFC. And we're not going to put a deadline on the launch date. We're going to set a cash value of the starting pool, and we're going to do that probably around 35,000 US dollars. So when 35,000 US dollars has hit the SPFC pre-buy pool, that's when we will start our launching process, very much like we did with SPC Gold. Every single member who is a pre-buyer will receive all of the SPFC that they have purchased through that process on that day in one transaction. No waiting period like we did with SPFC, where we split it across several months. So we're going to do that a little bit differently. We found that it didn't really have any, there was no advantage to doing it on a monthly basis where we made 3 different deposits. It just made more sense because we ended up doing 5 deposits anyway. So it makes more sense for us to do just one single deposit on day one, and then we're going to start a maturation process, and we're going to start building SPFC the exact same way that we built SBC Gold. So we've had so much success with that, and the way that it looks, we can control that coin properly. Our members that are utilizing it are conscientious and educated on how to use that properly. So we are confident that we can make the SBFC and the SBC Gold economy within our community itself very, very active and thriving. So again, here's the stats and the abandonment policy. We don't need to talk about that further. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Mbe and any of our Privy Council or Advisory Council members that would like to say anything. Then we can take a brief Q&A on subjects that are related to what we talked about here. We don't want to discuss any technical support issues. We don't want to discuss any personal issues that are, your own personal plights or issues like that. You can always take those to me through the Telegram group. And just keep in mind where you can get me on the Telegram group is right here. So we have two groups. We have the official Telegram group. And if you don't join this group from this link and you end up in another group that's a bunch of people that are trying to scam you, that this is where we come from. And this is my official Telegram handle. So we've been providing this to you since day one, since the Telegram group has been created. Anyone who is in a Telegram group that is added to another group that says SBC Gold, if you're added by somebody else, don't bother interacting with that group, just exit that group. We will not add you to the SBC Telegram group. You have to add yourself by clicking the link, and we won't contact you directly unless there is a problem, and we'll definitely never contact you directly if we're trying to get you to make a payment or discuss how many referrals you have or if you change your sponsor or anything of that nature. So don't be fooled by the scammers in the Telegram group. We definitely don't want to have to deal with those kind of people. All right, so with that, I'm going to turn it back over.
Thank you so much, admin. That was a great info. I want to advise everyone, guys, you need to go through this blog over and over again, because I think this is a kind of a roadmap of what we have right now and where we are going. So it will be advisable for members to digest the blog over and over, and why not watch this video again and hear from the admin. All right, we have Mr. Augustine. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Thank you very much. I'm very fine, Sir B. And greetings, house. Greetings, admin. Good evening from here. Hope I'm coming out very clear.
Yes,
very
please.
clear.
All right. I'm very inquisitive about how this SBFC will be. I know it's going to be beautiful. And my spirit is very high. But there is something I just want you to clarify myself and the entire house on. It's regarding the maturation process for SBFC. I understood that you said that there'll be a timeline to do about the fundings, and after the fundings, a one-time transfer will be sent to everyone's custodial wallets. Even though you've had some SBFC before, which will be sent around the 15th of September, if you choose to still take part in the fundings, you would receive more. I got that very well, but I need clarifications regarding the maturation process.
The maturation process, we're looking at a maturation process of at least 3 months to 6 months. So very similar to how SBC Gold. So the first maturation process for SBC Gold was 3 months. But ultimately, if you took into consideration if we were able to do a swap outside or to send it to your custodial, or not to your custodial wallet, but send it outside of your custodial wallet, those funds would be eligible for transfer after a period of time. So each and every one of those deposits had to mature. It's going to be very similar to that. I want to say that we need to kind of think a little bit further down the road as we get there. One of the things that the maturation process allows us to do is it allows us to build up the coin. So giving members the opportunity to buy it internally, pre-buy it internally, and then buy it buy internally for a period of time, building up their reserves, and then launching it to the market. We're going to basically do it the same way that we did SBC Gold. So initially, we're saying 3 months because 3 months worked for SBC Gold, but I'm saying 3 to 6 months because there is a difference in how this coin is going to launch. We're launching this coin with a very high price, and it's going to be very rare on the external markets. So that's how we're going to control the price of this coin. Once it launches, once it's in the wild at $30 per coin, it could go up from there. It likely will go up from there, given our estimates and our statistics. But it could still, fluctuate, and it could fluctuate and waver. So we want to make sure that we're very carefully controlling how much SBFC is out in the live markets in order to preserve the value of the coin internally.
Okay. I love that. Thank you for your explanation. Then one more thing I also want to get clarifications on is when we're going about the pre-funding exercise, it remains flat rate $30 until we have hit 35,000, right?
As far as membership goes?
Yes, that's it, irrespective of membership growth. If we are going to go about the funding from the from whenever we are going about the launching, it will remain at $30 flat rate for people to build to 35,000. Am I right? That is, if the community, irrespective of whether the community gets to 6,000, 7,000, it remains at $30, right?
It's going to remain at whatever price it is on the market. So when we're going to launch it at 30, and then it's going to be a market-driven coin. We're going to detach ourselves from the membership.
No,
value.
it's like you didn't get me. You didn't get me. What I'm saying is, by the 15th, those who have the coins are giving back their coins, and sometime by the 21st or so, we start the funding process. Now, at that point where we start the funding process, if the community gets to 6,000, still in the pre-funding process, the price remains, I'm coming, sir. The price remains $30. Am I right, sir?
Yes, it'll remain $30.
Even if we get to 6,000, 7,000, it remains, even because we are on the pre-funding stage until we've hit 35,000, right?
Well, I think that the next step up was $35 at 7,500, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I think that we could launch the coin at $35 if we were at a membership of 7,500. Sure, I think we can do that. Okay, so I'll take that into consideration as we get closer. I guess it's kind of like a wait and see. But I'm thinking we're probably going to launch closer to $30. But the difference of launching at $30 and $35 is very minute as far as our launch strategy. So I can say yes, if we're at 7,500, we'll shoot for a $35 launch.
Okay, now one more thing. If we get to obviously we'll get to 75 plus very soon. But then if we get 75 plus during the pre-funding phase, if we have not yet hit 35,000, those taking part in the pre-funding will have to buy one coin at $35, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure you got me. Are you sure you understood my question?
I understand your question. Yes. So if they're going to be pre-funding, and then the price changes, then the price of the pre-fund will change. So anyone who purchases SBFC or swaps for SBFC before we hit 7,500 will pay 30, and anyone who does afterwards will pay 35. So yes.
All right. How about if we get to 10,000? It gets to 40. That happens that way, right?
Same thing. Same concept. I can do that.
All right, that's fine. I think I'm good. Thank you so much. Signing out. Cheers. Bye for now.
Augustine can start counting his money right now. Mhm.
I know. It's a great opportunity. I think that this is going to work out really well.
Right.
With the backing of the community that we've had, especially with SBC Gold. I don't know why there's anyone out there that's still challenging, what we're doing here. I think that we've proven to them that we've got a concept that really works, and it's amazing. So I want
Yeah,
to do that.
admin,
I want to do that again with SBFC.
forgive me. Let me just ask one more question. Uh, the question just okay. Yeah, got it. Now, even though I know the answer, but it's an opportunity for everyone to be aware of. You can take part in the pre-funding process if you already have SBCG, right? Through the custodial wallet, right?
Yeah, we should make it possible for you to you can pre-buy SBFC with SBCG. Yes, you could do that.
Man, admin, you don't know what you've just done by giving this answer. Thank you. Shining out. Bye.
All right.
I told you. All of us, we are hanging on here, guys. I think we should go out there and preach the good news. And everybody's going to be happy at the end of the day, because when you look at this plan, nobody is left behind. Whether you have pre-buy, whether you have whatsoever, stock money, I don't know, whatever. Admin has made it possible that in the nearest future, everybody is going to benefit. Thank you very much, admin. All right, we
Thank you.
have Amechi. Hello, sir.
Hello, CJ. Greetings. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, the network has been kind of disturbing here, but partly I followed through, especially when the admin was trying to explain things. So the whole thing is just falling into place. So that greater men are still waiting to see things unfold, but if you just take your time and then spend time on the SBC, the SBCO, and see the changes and see how everything is working out, especially the need to pay with the SBCG and the rest. So to the people who have been reaching out to lately, some are asking questions, some are still wanting to know, some are still waiting to see what will be. But the point remains that we used to be in thousands here, but now we are just about 75. But notwithstanding, the issue still remains that yes, those who understand this are actually following up. But definitely others will later come. But I just wish and pray that they don't come too late, because all the things that the Scott have set up here is actually for the good of the community. The other day, I made an AI music and I shared it to the platform. So those things are just a way, whatever you can do to just make sure that the community pick up, that whatever it is, can just pick up, collectively. We see us flying, and I believe that we are not giving up. Sincerely speaking, things are moving on. So I just use the opportunity to thank everybody, and then let's just continue to do what we are doing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm definitely not giving up on this community. You guys are amazing, and I am very proud to be your admin. You guys are awesome. All right. So in the chat there was a question regarding the swings on the SBCG price chart. So because we are accepting SBC Gold for your SBCBO, and you're paying in full SBC Gold and no USDT, there are going to be times where admin has to swap a little bit of SBC Gold for operational funds. That is happening. That's going to continue to happen, and that is going to create a little bit of market activity. But we have a process. One of the things that I used to recommend to admin Jack, he would wait until one day of the week, and then he would take out thousands of dollars in against Joy G or or K-Love. And it would cause this massive drop, a lot of activity that looked kind of negative. The price would go down, price, climb right back up. We had a lot of members back then, a lot of members. I mean, back when we were on K-Love, I think our maximum membership count was somewhere in the neighborhood of 70,000 active members. Not all of those active members were paying with K-Love, but a great majority of them were. And when you have 70,000 people, individual wallet accounts out there interacting with the coin, you've got a lot of activity. So you've got a lot of, there's a lot of wiggle room for the price to recover quickly. We are currently somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 members that are active, and maybe 3,000 of them are using coin here and there. So we have to keep in mind there's a little bit of a scale situation with regard to how the price chart works. So when we go and instead of taking out large chunks against the current price, we take out small chunks, and we get what we need to get out of the system to pay the bills, to pay the support people, to pay the developers, to do all of those things, and to continue paying, our custodial wallets, the subscription that we're paying for your custodial wallet. All of those things have to come out of the incoming funds. In most cases, we'll use the USDT, but in other cases, if USDT hasn't come in, then we've got to do some swapping on there. So this activity that you're seeing on the SBC Gold, where it drops a little bit, is nothing to be concerned about, because as you can see, within 24 hours, we've recovered and we're starting to climb. So, if you take a look at it every 12 hours, it might be down a little bit in the middle of the day, but it's back up again towards the evening. So that's just to adjust or address the swings that are going on there.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
So that's it.
Yeah. So, all right. So admin, I think it's important that people digest this information. We shouldn't add a lot of Q&A. Give room for people to really digest this and come back next week.
Absolutely.
So what
All
can
right.
take home message, admin?
Well, I think that we need to continue our campaign of pushing for 6,000 for our membership. So let's continue to push to 6,000 and keep SBC Gold strong.
All right. So everyone on mute, and we all say let's continue to push to 6,000.
Ouvrez tous votre micro et dites
Let's push to
atteignons
6K.
6 000 comptes épargnants pour
Let's
notre membership à 6 000
Let's push to
comptes actifs.
6K, guys.
Yeah.
à 6 000.
Allons-y, 6 000.
6,000.
We can do it.
Passons à
Hey.
6.
There's 6,000.
6,000.